That's insane. I mean, no tuna and a tuna fish sandwich? That's odd.
How could you not have tuna in tuna?
Subway insists 100% wild-caught tuna, 100% delicious. Startling lawsuit. 2 customers in California claim that the tuna sandwich does not contain tuna or have any ingredient that constitutes tuna. No tuna in the tuna? Subway customers coast to coast want to know what's going on.
Going on here? Is there tuna in Subway's tuna sandwiches? We decided to find out for ourselves.
We bought the tuna at 3 Subway locations in Queens, New York. When we asked an employee about the tuna controversy, he brought out the packaging.
The enemy isn't across the ocean, it's in your sandwich. Subway's bread packs more sugar than a chocolate chip cookie. And the tuna? A lab test found no tuna DNA at all. Imagine expecting fuel for the mission and being handed empty calories and chemical fillers. That's not lunch, it's sabotage hidden in a wrapper.
When you order at a fast food place, you assume you're getting what you asked for. Well, 2 customers at Subway say there wasn't tuna in their tuna sandwich, and they are suing the sandwich shop.
Subway fighting back this morning against claims that its tuna sandwiches don't actually have any tuna.
Subway's tuna salad sub doesn't actually have tuna or fish.
It's the largest sandwich maker in the USA.
Subway, eat fresh.
An estimated 6 million sandwiches a day. One of the chain's most popular sandwiches is tuna, and lately it's been getting a lot of attention.
The question is, if your food supply chain looks this compromised, what are you really consuming? Stay sharp, because this breakdown will show you how a tactical quick bite turns into a serious operational risk. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video.
Did the tuna in the tuna sandwiches that we tested actually contain tuna?
Yes, they did.
They did.
Yes, we confirmed that tuna was definitely in all 3 samples we received.
And there, in black and white, it says the ingredients are tuna, water, and salt. But we didn't stop there. Our next step was sending the samples to Applied Food Technologies. The lab, based in Florida, specializes in DNA testing.
Subway says the tuna they use is 100% real and that there is simply no truth to the allegations in that.
So there it is. Based on our test, we found when you buy tuna at Subway, you're getting tuna.
There's actually tuna in Subway tuna sandwiches.
That's awesome.
I'm glad.
You expect a pit stop at Subway to be a quick refuel. Step in, pick your bread, point to the toppings, and in minutes, you're walking out with what looks like a field ration ready to carry you through the day. But what happens when the supply line itself is compromised? And the very items designed to sustain you resemble a loadout packed with flaws rather than strength? That's the situation you're walking into every time you line up under that glowing green logo. Subway wears the mask of a resource-friendly giant. It sells the image of being the lighter, cheaper, more tactical choice in a food landscape filled with heavy hitters. You're told it's customizable fuel. Bread is your foundation, lean meats and vegetables stacked high, sauces for flavor. In theory, it's a controlled operation with you as the commander of your plate. But put that promise under hard inspection, and the system cracks wide open. The very core supplies fail basic checks. What looks like a full kit might actually be dead weight.
Fast food chain Subway being sued for fraud, accused of selling tuna that isn't actually tuna. Attorneys for the plaintiffs in California say they are conducting testing to determine exactly what the ingredients are. Lawyers are hoping to turn this into a class action. The lawsuit claims lab tests prove Subway's tuna salad contains no real fish, that it's a concoction blended together to imitate tuna.
Start with the bread. Marketed as the draft horse of nutrition, something neutral and sturdy, it instead carries more sugar than a cookie. Think of that contradiction carefully. You believe you're priming your system with long-lasting fuel, when in reality it's closer to a dessert disguised as a staple. A body that expects slow-burning power hits a surge instead. You wouldn't fill up a tank that requires diesel with regular gasoline and expect smooth performance. Yet here's the same error made. Sandwich after sandwich. Brief spikes, crashes soon after, and a soldier left weaker in the middle of the campaign. But the bread isn't the only weak link. In 2021, a lab test attempted to locate tuna DNA inside the chain's tuna subs. None turned up in the scans. Imagine the tactical stakes. You request ammunition for the fight. You open the crate and find blanks. It isn't just disappointing, it's operational sabotage. You leave the field thinking you're properly equipped. Instead, you're holding nothing. That single finding, true or not in the broader debate, handed critics a devastating picture. The chain's signature protein might be less reliable than the label on the menu. Look deeper into the supporting rations. Turkey slices arriving with a slimy sheen. Cheese raising questions for freshness. Vegetables shipped pre-cut in bulk bags sprayed with preservative haze. These aren't vibrant ingredients chopped minutes before serving. They're processed logistics rations pumped into the supply chain to last longer under fluorescent lighting. It looks alive, but it's already half spent. That's like equipping a squad with outdated night vision goggles. Technically working, but when pressure hits, the difference becomes costly. Sanitation reports add another fault line. Health inspectors across regions have documented cross-contamination and storage failures, with meats left at improper temperatures. Think of supply caches sitting in the sun, safety rules ignored, perishables spoiling. It only takes one broken link for illness to sweep through. Soldiers out of action, not because of bullets, but because the food supply carried pathogens straight across the line. And all the while, operational costs shift upward. Portions shrink. Where a 6-inch sub once resembled a fair ration, now the bread encroaches, fillings retreat, the size quietly receding into 4.5. Meanwhile, price rises keep marching. You're paying more for less fuel, and the command insists the standard hasn't changed. That's the kind of tactical drift that leaves fighters underfed and overcharged, without ever realizing when the balance tipped. What does that mean for you? Subway presents itself as a quick tactical advantage, a ready source of calories on the march. What it actually hands over is a compromised loadout. Sugar spikes instead of fuel. Questionable meat instead of protein. Preserved vegetables that look alive but act dead. Shrinking portions camouflaged as consistency. At the tactical level, your level, it sabotages readiness. It sells strength, but it weakens the unit one meal at a time. And this pattern isn't theirs alone. Mass chains relying on centralized supply routes tend to show the same battlefield weaknesses. Ingredients stretched thin past their breaking point, safety cut for speed, costs hidden under branding. Subway is only one outpost on a much larger front. The next target on the list reveals how deep those faults run. Lunch isn't just calories, it's a tactical choice. When you accept weak supply lines, you accept a compromised mission. Every chain that cuts quality, stretches portions, or hides price hikes places strain on your readiness. You need to think like an analyst. Study the menu the way you'd map an operation. Question the reliability of ingredients, the truth of claims, the structure behind the brand. If convenience becomes sabotage, what would you do? Comment your choice below. Subscribe and join a community that seeks to understand the realities of modern conflict, even in what's sitting on your plate.